That was easy. That's it? I'm good? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another week of medical school. So this week is pretty busy. There are a lot of meetings. I think I have like at least 2 meetings today. And then tomorrow I'm actually getting my COVID vaccine, which I'll tell you a little bit more about tomorrow. But for right now, I have a meeting starting like literally like right now or like in a minute for a club called MedSpeak, which is a club that I'm a part of where we make presentations on different topics, maybe like careers in healthcare or on like COVID and vaccinations and everything. And then hopefully we can give them to the community one day, kind of when everything opens up. But again, I'm running late to that meeting, so I'm gonna hop into the Zoom call and then afterwards I'll tell you guys where I'm at in terms of content review for this block. Oh, and you guys already know, we gotta start off with getting some Chewy content. He actually went to the groomer for the first time yesterday. We didn't get a haircut. We actually just got him a bath and then he got his nails cut. So that's why his hair looks a little bit more straight because they blow dried it, but he still looks super precious. But right now he's in a little bit of a chewing mood. All right, so my meeting's done. So let me show you guys where I am on content review. So this is my past tracker for the pulmonology videos on Boards and Beyond. And as you guys can see, I have watched all the videos and I've unlocked all the Anki cards. And besides that, I actually did manage to watch through all of Pathoma this past weekend and kind of like annotate in the textbook, which is awesome. And over the past weekend, my buddy and I actually finished all the practice questions on like Shurio, and we actually already started Abzz as well. And so the goal for this week is to basically use supplemental resources. Like I want to get through my class lectures. I want to read through this physiology textbook called Costanzo because pulmonary physiology is pretty complex. I want to make sure that I have a really good understanding of it. I want to rewatch the Boards and Beyond videos at 2x speed, and I want to watch through Sketchy because there's a lot of microbes in pulmonology. So like I said, this week is mainly for supplemental resources. I'm really happy with the progress that I've had over the past week. This block is 4 weeks long and we just started the second week today and our exam is on the 29th. And so the fact that I finished all of Boards and Beyond, I finished an entire question bank, and I've done my first pass Pathoma is actually really, really good. And it's a little bit more ahead than I usually am. Oh, and I forgot to say another goal for this week is to finish all the Abzz questions. I think there's about 180 of them and we've already done the first 40. So we'll definitely finish them by the end of the week and then we'll move on to Kaplan after the weekend. But right now I'm actually gonna head to campus because they're doing this kind of like drive-by pick-up lunch thing that I think they're gonna give us Cafe Rio, so we can like literally come up to the campus, grab Cafe Rio and go. It's kind of their way of staying a little bit more connected with us while we're all stuck at home. And then I have a research meeting at 1:30, which is really, really important. And I don't know exactly what we're gonna discuss, but they've been like telling us about this meeting for months. So I'll kind of tell you guys about that after we have it.
Good morning, Chewy. Have some tea.
You are very gorgeous, Chewy. You say it's tea?
No, it's water.
Oh.
But he wants to feel fancy.
All right, I just got to campus, rocking the UNLV jacket with my name on it. There it is, School of Medicine. All right, I am just now leaving the campus. I ended up sticking around. They pretty much had all of us outside and they were handing out the lunches. And then a few of us were kind of just sticking around to chit chat. You know, a lot of us haven't seen each other in so long. So it was really, really nice, really, really yummy. And I got this ultrasound machine, which we're gonna have an ultrasound lab at some point. So they distributed all these ultrasounds so that we can practice at home during the lab. But now I have a research meeting in half an hour and I was told it's gonna last for 2 hours. So it's gonna be a long afternoon.
Global information. For example, I showed you the NRMP data. I opened this. This is the link to the NRMP. That's going to show you the landing page at NRMP.
All right, guys, so I pretty much just got done with my research meeting, which was like 2 hours long. And we were basically just talking about the research curriculum and the timeline of everything. So by the end of the month, I have to submit my CV, which I'll keep updated as I go through medical school and, you know, hopefully do a bunch of research projects, which research is just something I've been dreading. I didn't do a whole lot of it in undergrad, and it's just not something that I'm like super interested in or really even see myself doing as a physician someday. And so I don't even know like what I would want to do or what specialty I want to do it in or anything. And so I'm gonna have to commit a little bit more time to figuring that out. But anyways, I'm tired. I'm gonna take a little bit of a nap, and then my buddy and I are gonna do some practice questions. I think Chewy's got the right idea with this whole napping thing. Yeah, I'm down. Legionella, see? Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go 45%. Wait, did I say 45? Dude, I'm kind of good at guessing what we get. Good morning, guys. So I'm getting ready to head to main campus to get my COVID vaccine. My medical school is on like a different campus, like a different building. And then the main campus is like 15 minutes away. It's where I did my entire undergrad. And so my COVID vaccine appointment is at 8:30. So I'm about to get ready to go. And Chewy has started stealing socks and my boxers right here. You're having a fun little morning, aren't you? Sin, I think I filmed you dropping your phone.
You guys have Jamba juice in here?
Dude, yeah, this place was super lit when I was going here. All right, here we go. Getting the vaccine. Super exciting.
Side effects is that if the arm will be sore, if it causes you any pain, go ahead and take Tylenol, okay?
Gotcha.
All right, relax your arm as much as possible. No need to be concerned. I promise you I won't chop it off. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All done.
That was easy. That's
There
it?
you go.
I'm good? All right, we just got our vaccines and now we're getting some celebratory Starbucks.
This whole name reuse for you?
Just casually has a bird. Oh my gosh.
Come here.
Oh my gosh. That's so cool, dude.
Come here. Come here. Very cool. It was weird because he likes being pet too. Look how like, he puffs up.
Oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever. All right, guys, I just got home from getting my vaccine. It was pretty uneventful. Basically just got it and then I sat around for about 15 minutes just to make sure, you don't have any sort of side effects. And it was really cool. They actually give you this portal to sign up for so that between, now and the next vaccine, because it's like 2 doses, which will be like at the beginning of February, you can like go in and if you have symptoms, you can kind of like put it in and then it's like linked to your phone so they'll contact you if you have any symptoms. But it's also a way for them to kind of like, get data and research and like kind of track these things, which is really, really cool. But overall, it feels fine. It felt just like getting a flu shot. And it feels good to like, do your part. And it was really awesome that the school kind of like got these vaccines for all the students because we are missing out on a lot of the curriculum and we're supposed to be opening a student-run clinic for the 1st and 2nd year students so we can actually start seeing patients in the community, which was supposed to open this month. But with COVID, it got pushed until like maybe April or May, but we will start seeing patients, at that time. So that's another reason that they really wanted the 1st and 2nd year students to get vaccinated is because we're actually gonna be seeing patients before we even get into clinicals. But anyways, I have to get started on Anki because I haven't done any of it this morning and then I've got PBL at 1.
This is a very aesthetic shot of this ramen.
Eating healthy. Cheers.
Hey, it's 0 calorie though, so.
It's 10 calories.
It's 10, oh dang it. All right guys, so I just got out of PBL and we basically have this case about this 29-year-old female who has a history of cystic fibrosis. And so she was having a lot of like recurrent infections over the years, a lot of issues with her management of the cystic fibrosis. And if any of you guys know about cystic fibrosis, you guys know it's a pretty intense pulmonary disease and causes a lot of other issues in the body as well. And so we basically had a lot of discussion about that. We have the rest of the case to finish on Thursday, and I'll have to give a presentation on emphysema just because there was a topic that we talked about a little bit throughout the case. And so right now I'm gonna take a little bit of a nap because I'm pretty tired. I had a pretty early morning, and then my buddy and I are gonna do some practice questions on Discord at 4. And so yeah, I'm gonna go lay down and I'll catch up with you guys later.
I think it's IgA.
So there's tons of mnemonics and stuff, but these are kind of the big ones, right? So ACS, that's going to be everything cardiac, whether that's STEMI, heart attack, MI, acute myocardial infarction, all that we just group into ACS.
So I've been doing practice questions. I went to an interest group meeting for emergency medicine because that's one of the specialties I'm interested in. And my friends and I kind of coordinated groceries and stuff for our Food Meets Health class tomorrow, which I'll talk more about tomorrow. But our friends dropped off Noya. so that Noya and Chewy can play, and they're already playing a lot. Calm down, guys. I know you love each other. All right, let's go there. Yes, boy. Good job, Bubs. So when we went and got Chewy his bath and nails, we got him this Flash logo because I have a bunch of Flash stuff, such as that. And so we got him this Flash thing to chew on. And then we also actually grabbed Noya one because, Eddie and Renee, who are Noya's owners, really like Batman. So we kind of got them these matching squeaky toys. Good morning, guys. It's about 7:45 and I'm about to meet up with some friends from school because this morning we have a food meets health class, which is where we do like cooking while on a Zoom call with our entire class and a few doctors and talk about certain like diseases and diets that can be beneficial for those patients. So today's topic is congestive heart failure, and again, we haven't really done too much yet on that, but we're gonna learn a lot about it and what diets can be beneficial for patients with CHF. And so last night I actually went and got groceries with the money that the school gave us to get some groceries. And so yeah, let's get to cooking. Here's Chewy this morning. Gotta get some morning Chewy. And some morning Abzz, who's really sleepy, but Chewy didn't want to stay in bed this morning, so Abzz had to come out here. Such a cool bird, dude.
Big chillin'.
Dude, I think he thinks your hair's a nest. Probably does. Nice.
Dude, I'm actually like getting it like in the thing.
Oh, there you go. Nice, dude. Oh.
I was a little low.
Okay.
Like the other slices of bread on top of this. I'm literally just gonna be like, yeah, this looks like a tablespoon.
It does look really, really good. So we're trying to get them to go through this little cat tunnel, but they really, really don't want to. Chewy, come here. Chewy. Noya.
Let me get treats.
Come on, guys. Why are you guys so afraid of this cat tunnel? All right, guys, so I got done with the Food Mates Health class a little while ago. It was a lot of fun, but right now I'm about to hop into a Zoom call for my school's open house because I'm one of the med student panelists that's gonna be answering questions from pre-med students. Right now, for like the last hour, some of the faculty has been telling some of these pre-meds about our school, and then for the next hour, we're gonna do like a Q&A, and then I think in the last half hour, we'll do like breakout rooms where pre-med students can like ask individual med students questions. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, and then I'll figure out the rest of my night after. All right, guys, so I just got done with the panel and it was a ton of fun. There were tons of pre-meds there, a lot of undergrads at UNLV, and a lot of familiar faces. And a few of you guys mentioned that you guys watched my YouTube videos, and if you were there, I really appreciate you guys being there, and I hope that our advice was really helpful to you guys. But for now, I'm gonna hop on Discord and do some practice questions with my friends, and then I'll figure out the rest of my night after. With a history of non-smoking, and you're thinking about pulmonary malignancy, like adenocarcinoma is like one of the top on our differentials. Should we see this train wreck of an analysis on these 12 questions? 8 out of 12, I'm okay with that. All right, guys, so it's just past 11, and over the last few hours, I've been doing some reading in a physiology textbook, and I've been watching some of my actual class lectures. But before I go to bed, I wanted to kind of just update you guys on the COVID vaccine that I got yesterday morning. I am not having any side effects. I feel totally fine. If anything, I've just had a little bit of arm soreness, which is, very normal when you get a vaccine. But besides, just some arm soreness, literally nothing. I feel totally fine. And I definitely encourage you guys, if you're offered the vaccine, to get it. For those of you guys who don't really understand the vaccine or why this vaccine is different from previous ones, just very quickly, it's an mRNA vaccine. So basically it has the mRNA data in it that kind of codes for this protein that's on the surface of COVID called a spike protein. So you're not putting any virus into you, you're just giving your body the mRNA it needs to code for the spike protein, which then your body can mount an immune response and make antibodies to the spike protein. So if your body does come into contact with COVID, you already have antibodies for it, and you won't have, as significant of an immune response, or, actually getting sick. You might even just get COVID and not even notice, but then your body kind of handles it because, again, you're vaccinated. mRNA vaccines aren't necessarily new. They've been studied for a few decades. They just haven't been actually used for anything that we currently have on the market. But again, they've been trialed for things like cytomegalovirus, influenza, and a couple other viruses. And so the technology has kind of always been there. And then with COVID, this was kind of like a good chance to actually start using an mRNA vaccine, which, we've been previously using things like toxoids. We've been using sometimes like live viruses, killed attenuated viruses. So, you know, this is very different in the fact that we're not actually injecting like viral material, which, you know, is pretty exciting. So I know that some people are on the fence about getting the vaccine when it's offered to them, but I do encourage you guys to, you know, do your part in this pandemic and, you know, help your communities by getting the vaccine when it is offered. Again, I'm feeling no side effects. I trust in the power of science, and I hope that you guys will too. Anyway, I'm tired, Chewy's tired, Abby's tired, so we're gonna head to bed and we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. I'm about to jump into my Foundations of Clinical Practice class. No idea what we're going to talk about. I think we're going over the respiratory exam today. And then after that, I got to do some monkey cards before PBL. And yeah, should be a lot of fun. Hey, Chewy. Hi, Chewy. Hi, Chewy. Say hi. Also, I've been letting my hair grow out over the last couple months, and Abz and I were looking at it this morning, and it is looking super, super long, but I think I'm just gonna let it keep going.
So we're going to be discussing this further because it's very impressive. So for those of you who would like to share yours with your classmates, I would encourage you to do so because I again, just really impressed with your thoughtfulness. So kudos to you.
All right, guys, so class was pretty good this morning. It was a lot of fun. And right now I'm just putting some final touches on my presentation on emphysema, which for those of you guys who don't know, emphysema is basically this issue with the air sacs in your lungs called alveoli. And you have like over 300 million of them, and they're really, really tiny. And you know, it's where the air goes. And then you have like your blood capillaries on the other side, and then air diffuses across, you know, carbon dioxide comes out of the blood, oxygen comes into the blood, and they're really, really, really important for your respiratory function, of course. And so, you know, emphysema is this thing where basically you have destruction, and it's mostly caused by smoking. And so rather than having all these tiny little air sacs, you have like these big blebs. And the issue with that is that you have less surface area for, you know, oxygen exchange. And on imaging, it can come up as something called barrel chest, where you see like this is like a normal chest x-ray. This is, you know, the front, and then this is like the side view. And then with emphysema, you have this thing called barrel chest right here. You can see how much like wider this is, you know, from front to back. And so the reason that something like that happens is because since, you know, you have more destruction of these air sacs, it's harder to get air out of the lungs because, you know, say you have like a really tight balloon, like a really small tight balloon, it's easier for that balloon to recoil and push air out. But if you have like this really big balloon that's like kind of flimsy, it doesn't have like a lot of like elastic fibers, it's harder for it to contract, and so air gets kind of stuck in it. And so over time you end up with like more and more residual air that's like stuck in your lungs essentially. And that's why over time more and more air gets trapped inside the lungs, and your chest starts to kind of get wider and wider because you have like this increased residual air that's just kind of stuck in your lungs. But anyways, I have to give a presentation on that today, and then we're gonna finish our case, and it should be a lot of fun. All right, guys, I just got out of PBL. We finished our case. I did my presentation on emphysema, and now I think I'm gonna lay down for like half an hour, cuddle with Chewy, maybe take a nap, and then my buddy and I are gonna do some practice questions at 4.
You can't do that to him, Chewy. He's got a family, Chewy. He's got a family. Please let him go.
I'm excited to get this pack over with. Oh, wow.
We got 29.
That's actually a lot better than it felt. Good afternoon, guys. So I had class all morning from 8 to 12. I had my ethics class at 8, and then at 10 I had my community service class. But right now we're actually gonna head to the park because for Christmas, Abz got me this drone, the Mavic Air 2. I am super, super excited. It basically came in last night.
I know, it was so freaking late. I felt so bad.
But it's totally okay. I honestly was like super surprised, and I've never had a drone before. And so I watched like a bunch of YouTube videos last night, and I kind of like set it up a little bit. And so yeah, we're gonna go fly it. We're gonna drop Chewy off, you know, at his brother's place so that they can play while we're at the park, and then we'll test out the drone. Alright guys, so it's Saturday afternoon and yesterday was a lot of fun. We basically went to the park and flew the drone around. It was really cool. It can go so far and like so high, and I actually even flew it from like one friend's house to another friend's house, which was absolutely nuts. And then this morning I just woke up and watched some Boards and Beyond videos, some class lectures, and I also started studying for anatomy, which I used KenHub, which I've talked about in the past. I absolutely love KenHub. Their videos are amazing and they really explain everything in depth, and then their practice questions are just like top tier. And that's something that I always struggled with anatomy, was just not having enough chance to practice anatomy before, you know, taking quizzes or anything. And KenHub just has so many practice quizzes, so many practice questions that you really feel like you can master your anatomy. So if any of you guys are taking anatomy or you want to get a head start on anatomy, I highly recommend using KenHub. And you guys can actually get 10% off of any KenHub plan using the link in my description. But anyways, there's a lot I still want to do today. I want to clean up the apartment. It's gotten really messy. And then there's a few lectures I want to watch. And so I'm going to be doing that for the rest of the day. But I do need to end the vlog here because it needs to go up tomorrow morning. And Abzz already started editing it. She's doing an amazing job of editing. And so I'm going to end the vlog here. That way she can finish editing it tonight. And then it can be ready for you guys tomorrow. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on another week in medical school. I hope it was fun and informative. And if you guys have any questions about anything, such as the vaccine, just feel free to comment down below. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.